Sweet Baby Inc. employee Chris Kindred, who made disrespectful tweets about Akira Toriyama after his passing, who led a cancel campaign on a Brazilian Steam page, also calling gamers the bad guys from World War II, and trying to get a YouTuber fired by contacting his place of employment. His behavior has finally caught up with him, and the latest leaks around Kim Belair's and David Bedard's Sweet Baby Inc. It seems his days are coming to an end. Hello, my name is Shane Gamez. I talk about stuff that people get mad about, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and please comment down below. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back, and get ready to be disappointed. Massive rumor coming out of Sweet Baby Inc. that is suggesting longtime controversial figure Chris Kindred is fired. If true, this is a massive win for gamers and a huge step in the right direction. Before we get into the rumors, I think it's important that we show who Chris Kindred is as a person to better understand why so many people are upset at his opinions and why so many YouTubers are talking about him, and why his removal from Sweet Baby Inc. is a win for the gaming community. Now, I made a video about Sweet Baby Inc. where I go into detail about every big controversy that Sweet Baby Inc. has started, and I encourage everyone to please go and watch that video so that you can be up to date with the latest Sweet Baby Inc. news. Link in the description below. According to the Chris Kindred website, he is a Brooklyn-based illustrator, writer, and game designer from 757. As an illustrator, I enjoy human stories with a tinge of sci-fi. I'm currently a narrative developer at Sweet Baby Inc., where I help consult game studios of all sizes to tell stories with sensitivity and critically. Judging by his clients, it's easy to understand what type of writer Mr. Kindred is, working for companies like New York Times and Vice Media. One company is highly politically charged with woke ideology of the left, and the other, a company that chased the woke propaganda machine so long it left them broke and had to file for bankruptcy in 2022. Mr. Kindred would also do journalism work for NPR, yet another highly political website that specializes in attacking one side of the country while promoting DEI, woke ideas, and overall a liberal America. One of the first times gamers would come to learn about Chris Kindred would be in a post on Twitter calling for the cancelization of Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Steam group. A Brazilian gamer by the name Rambo would create a Steam curator page named Sweet Baby Inc. Detected, a Steam page dedicated to finding and grouping every single Sweet Baby Inc. game and using the not recommended downvote on every game on the list. The Steam page ran by Rambo would provide screenshots and citing Sweet Baby Inc.'s website to prove the games he puts on this list are indeed from Sweet Baby. This was a clever way to use Steam curator pages to protest DEI and inform gamers of projects handled by Sweet Baby Inc. Now, the Steam page initially drew a few eyes to its existence. However, it wouldn't be until Twitter warriors and Sweet Baby Inc. employees decided to go on a cancel crusade to get the page taken down that would end up propelling its popularity. Felix at Home, Twitter handle Lego Bots, or Maya Felix Kramer, would be the first to criticize the Steam page. Kramer, according to her bio, works in public relations, marketing, and production for clients like Zoe Quinn. And for those who don't know who Zoe Quinn is, if the entire company of Sweet Baby Inc. was to have a human form, it would be Zoe. Felix had a massive meltdown on Twitter, blaming gamers and going on a rant about how DEI isn't the problem, but white men are. However, the tweet we're focusing on is the tweet that targeted the Steam page. Felix would write, for example, Steam doesn't have guidelines for curators, as far as I can tell, that would prevent someone from starting a curation group that focuses on, say, Sweet Baby Inc. and warns people to not buy games that they are associated with, which could just list any game at all. This tweet would go on to be community noted, with a link and tweet reading, the curator uses Sweet Baby Inc. for their source. confirming what we learned earlier, that Karabutis Rambo's Steam curator page cites their work using Sweet Babies Inc.'s website as proof. The next community note would read, also, it should be noted that Lego Butts works for Sweet Baby Inc. Twitter would also provide a archive link of her Twitter account, which in the bio shows she works for Sweet Baby Inc. Instead of accepting the note, Felix would respond, it's pretty funny to see a note on my Steam curator post. I guess they need to defend themselves because they're completely wrong about everything Sweet Baby or any narrative team does and have no interest in finding out. Keep in mind that Felix at home is a Sweet Baby Inc. employee who shared tweets like, pay me to shoot down your white male lead game ideas, and had a nightmare that I was a white male gamer, or how she finds the idea of straight white people kissing gross. These are the people that Sweet Baby Inc. employs. After this response, this would prompt Chris Kindred to take a more aggressive approach after the failure of Felix. In a now deleted tweet, Chris Kindred would go on to say, the Steam curator harassment group Sweet Baby Inc. Detective is led by this person, Karabutis Rambo. Here's them trying to be slick so they don't get reported. Even with discriminatory language filed off, the group itself still fails the code of conduct, while providing screenshots of Karabutis Rambo expressing he made the list to make people aware of those who try to corrupt our beloved hobby, also telling users to use more neutral words that would avoid being banned. Like, instead of tainted, use Sweet Baby Inc. was consulted for this game. I don't believe they were ban evading, but taking a more professional approach, and to protest against DEI. Kindred would go on to tweet, anyway, report the F out of this group. And then he targeted the creator himself, Mr. Karabutis, by sharing his profile picture, hoping that his followers would attack and mass report Karabutis with a tweet saying, and report the creator since he loves his account so much, trying to not only cancel Karabutis, but remove his access from his games permanently. But as we learn, the type of people Sweet Baby Inc. employs is deplorable. After his calls to harass Mr. Karabutis and trying to use his followers as a way to incite hate and discrimination, his account would be banned. This led Kindred to make a second account name, kindred.bsky.social. On this account, he tweets, they got my butt. I'm guessing a few hundred gamers reported me. Now, he would go on to cope about how it's not Sweet Baby's fault. However, his ban was lifted, and since then, he went back to his same style of talking points. Tweets like, they're just writing fan fiction at this point. The group should still be taken down, by the way. If not for the conspiracies, then definitely for the, and at this point, he calls the gamers the bad guys from World War II. After the massive Twitter war, what prompted the employees from Sweet Baby Inc. to target the Steam page in hopes of taking it down has had the opposite effect. The page went from a few thousand members to almost 500,000 members, and led to the ever-popular website DEI-Detected, a site dedicated to finding any and all forms of DEI for any and all games. A massive backfire, a major L for Chris Kindred and Sweet Baby Inc., and a huge win for gamers around the world. Kindred also made disgusting comments around Akira Toriyama's passing, someone that Chris Kindred will never be, somebody with real talent for writing, art, and being a good person. After Toriyama's passing, Chris would tweet, Toriyama gave us the best and worst black characters in anime in the same series. It took range to do that. Absolutely disgusting and disgraceful. We don't know if what Kindred was referring to, as many speculates, could be a reference to Mr. Popo. However, the character Mr. Popo is a Dejin, not of human origin or race. Regardless, this behavior is totally unacceptable and to be expected, as DEI writers don't actually know the material they work on, but concern themselves more with changing the ideas that are not their own. Fans would slam Kindred for his outlandish comments, and rightfully so, coming to the aid of the late Akira Toriyama. Kindred would later attack YouTuber SmashJTV, a YouTuber who exposes hypocrisies in games media by exposing people like Chris Kindred. SmashJTV also operates a website, smashjtv.com, where he goes into more detail detail about the topics he covers on his channel. Kindred would go on to contact SmashJTV's former employee to get his website removed or his channel banned. SmashJTV said Kindred reached out to a company where he had worked for and said that I am harassing and have started a website collecting a non-white audience. Although I don't know SmashJTV, but I see no evidence of this on any level whatsoever. Smash would go on to say, you're trying to get people fired. You're proactively calling people, asking for them to call back, verifying employment status, verifying why they did things, asking about the website, talking about harassment and potential racism and how it's made for a non-white audience. You're trying to get people fired because you're trying to justify your position that does not need to exist in the video game industry. Much like the Steam page Sweet Baby Inc. detected, this only helped SmashJTV's popularity. It would seem Chris Kindred has made a name for himself that's finally ended up costing him his job. Multiple outlets and YouTubers are reporting that inside sources are claiming that Chris Kindred has been let go. One YouTube channel named Gothic Therapy would claim, we have an insider from Sweet Baby Inc. that Chris Kindred was fired. He would go on to say, Chris Kindred, the person who started the campaign against Carabutus Rambo to get his account removed and to get Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Group removed, has been quietly pushed out of Sweet Baby Inc. From what I do know, apparently, a lot of people involved with Sweet Baby Inc. were very angry at what Chris Kindred did. So there has been many calls to Kim Belair and other people in charge to get him removed, and they were successful. Later in a live stream by Gothic Therapy, they would provide a bit more context, stating his sources told him that Chris Kindred isn't a part of SBI anymore. Many people were not happy with what he had done, so he left or pushed out. Nothing was shared publicly for obvious reason. Upon inspection of Chris Kindred's socials, his Instagram makes no mentions of his Sweet Baby employment, providing some credibility to the claims. However, his Twitter still displays his Sweet Baby employment, and looking at his LinkedIn, he states he's still currently employed at Sweet Baby. In fact, on his LinkedIn, we can see his upcoming game he is writing for, Unusual June, a third-person action game about summer break and the end of the world, developed by Finji and set to release in 2025. This would seem that Chris Kindred's days are numbered in the world of gaming. I believe this is his final game under Sweet Baby Inc. He has shown the world the type of person he is, and because that is the type of person that Sweet Baby attracts. People who bash white men, hate straight people, and disrespect legends after their passing. What do you guys think? You think his days are done? Or do you think this is just wishful thinking? What's your thoughts on his total disrespect of Akira Toriyama? Mine is, you're an idiot. Those who stay to the end, thank you so much. Thank you for being here, and thank you for hanging out with me. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and please comment. I've been enjoying reading all the comments from you guys, and it's been an absolute blast replying to each of them. Make sure you stop by my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/D2Games. The community and I just hang out, and it would be a pleasure to meet each one of you. Link in the description below. Stay awesome. Have a beautiful night, and I'll see you in the next one.